Another new study out, it recommends the average child should reduce their sugar intake by 70%. Yeah, right. So sugar's bad now. Who you going to trust on that one, huh? Yeah, a bunch of dumb scientists with fancy diplomas. Yeah, and their eyes stuck into a microscope. And these scientists who don't even eat sugar? Or are you going to trust the kids who eat sugar every day and actually know how delicious it is? Yeah, okay. How many of us grew up eating sugar bread? Yeah, I did. Well, a slice of white bread, put some butter on it, and then sprinkle sugar on it. And if you were real lucky, you could mix the sugar with cinnamon. Yeah. Well, let's see. Today, it's Thursday, August 29th, 2019. It's Lemon Juice Day. I want to pucker just thinking about Lemon Juice Day. It's also Chop Suey Day, that uniquely American invention, chop suey. Okay, yeah, you could look it up. It's an American invention. Yeah. Kind of like the hot dog. Yeah, appropriated from somewhere else, but hey, we'll take credit for it. Birthdays today. We can celebrate. We've got our big shot birthdays. We have our local birthdays. Okay, let's see. Actress Betty Lynn is 93. If I'm not mistaken, she was one of Barney Fife's girlfriends on the Andy Griffith Show. William Friedkin, a movie director, is 84. Actor Elliot Gould is 81. Actress Deborah Van Valkenburg is 67. Dan Truman of Diamond Rio is 63. Actress Rebecca De Mornay is 60. Actress Carla Gugino is 48. Kyle Cook of Matchbox 20 is 44. Actor John Hensley is 42. Actress Kate Simsis is 40. Actress Jennifer Landon, 36. Actress Lea Michele from Lee, 33. Actress Charlotte Ritchie is 30. And One Direction's Liam Payne is 26. And according to Harry Styles, One Direction is not done yet. Kind of a shame on that one. Yeah, Harry says they're going to be back. You've been warned.
Enter to win a Cold Stone Creamery ice cream birthday cake.
I love cake.
Yeah!
Oh, yes.
Every week, we'll give away a delicious Cold Stone Creamery ice cream birthday cake, and you could win.
I think it's time to celebrate!
Do you have a birthday?
Mm-hmm. Roger that.
Yes.
Then call, email, or regular mail us the date, include your name, address, and phone number. Every Friday morning, we'll pick a winner for that week. Send us the birthdays of your family, your coworkers, and your friends. We'll put the information in our database, then send them birthday greetings on their special day. And every week, we pick a winner for the Cold Stone Creamery ice cream birthday cake.
Where no matter how you slice it, it's a piece of cake.
Let's see who will have their cake and eat it, too.
Don't wait. Enter now and get ready to win.
Oh, my God, really? That is too cool.
On AM 1230.
We're celebrating our KXO Cold Stone Creamery birthdays. Happy birthday, Carlos Gerardo, Sharon and Leslie Lugo, Joshua Romo, David Palacios, Jose Alfredo Ramirez, Tina Cruz, Rosa Maria Hernandez, Dolores Hernandez, Jerry Martinez, Rogelio Vasquez, Melvin Rader, Jacob Cazares, Lynn Hernandez, Stephanie Andrews, Alex Macias, Murray Anderson, Carolina Mendez, Rosa Vasquez, Jose Hirales, Miguel Estrada, Santos Perez, Virginia Gomez, Sandra Aguilera, Joshua Romo, B. Lopez, Jonah Aguilar, Ruth Ontiveros. Happy birthday from KXO and Cold Stone Creamery. And happy anniversary, Lynn and Jan Jensen. Each of the birthdays eligible for our KXO Cold Stone Creamery ice cream birthday cakes. Yeah, one for AM 1230, one for FM 107.5, and we will award them tomorrow. So get ready. So what else is going on? Yeah, in the news, the city of El Centro going to look at the homeless situation again. Yeah, we're going to build a task force, going to study it. I've been in the valley long enough, and you probably have too. Let's see, there's been 48 studies of the Salton Sea and how to fix the problems there. And there's been 72 studies on the New River and how we can end the pollution there. Nobody's ever done anything about it, but they do keep studying it. Yeah, kind of like the homeless situation. Yeah, we're not really going to do anything about it, but we will study it some more. Yeah, studies are good. It keeps people working. Yes. Oh, well. Oh, hundreds of beer can collectors will be in Albuquerque, New Mexico this weekend for the annual Canvention. Yeah, people collect all sorts of things. You know, ketchup bottles, gum wrappers, you know, stuff like that. Gabe Loomis here at AM 1230 collects McDonald's burger boxes. Yeah, he has more than 100 of them on the back seat and floor of his car. It's quite a collection. Yeah. Oh, well. And in the news, NASA says a huge asteroid will zip by Earth on September 14th. I got a question here, NASA. Okay, all you brainiacs, all you scientists at NASA, give me a precise definition of zip, huh? Yeah. Yeah, well, scientists say we are protected from small asteroid strikes by the Earth's atmospheric layer. And this time of year, around the Imperial Valley, yeah, we're protected by the body odor layer as well. We've got news. Let's get started. It's a look at World and California news headlines right now. Brought to you this morning by Lock Air Conditioning. They are your year-round comfort specialist. For sales, for service, you call the experts. Lock Air Conditioning and Custom Sheet Metal.
CBS News update. We're live in Orlando in the middle of the cone of uncertainty for Hurricane Dorian. It could land anywhere from Miami to South Georgia Monday. No evacuation orders yet. This woman in Jacksonville isn't waiting for them.
I'm not watching the weather. I'm not going to obsess about it. I'm leaving.
Further south, WKMG TV's Troy Campbell says others are making similar moves.
People here in Brevard County tell us they don't want to wait too long to get off of the coast or some of the barrier islands because eventually those bridges could in fact close, and then traffic along evacuation routes could become very slow moving.
CBS News meteorologist David Parkinson is among those trying to narrow down Monday's landfall point. He's been looking at all the computer models.
Basically anywhere in the state of Florida is fair game, but if you want to start narrowing that down a little bit, I'd say of Vero Beach or Port St. Lucie up to St. Augustine is kind of a good, you all really need to be getting yourself into gear.
CBS News update. I'm Peter King, live in Orlando.
Whatever the weather brings this summer, you can rely on a York Affinity Premium Comfort System to keep your home cool and comfortable. Our new Affinity systems are smarter, more connected, and more efficient than ever before, and cut your energy costs by as much as 50%. Call Lock Air Conditioning, your local York dealer, at 760-353-4501. That's 353-4501 to schedule a free evaluation of your system and learn how you can move up to a new level of comfort and efficiency this season. Call now and ask about our 10-year extended labor warranty. Contractor's license 696216.
We claimed a sniper shot him in the Lancaster Department's parking lot has been fired. Sheriff Alex Villanueva says Deputy Angel Reynosa admitted he made the story up, but says there were no indications Reynosa was mentally unsound.
Everything that we have indicates that the field training program is being administered properly, the documentation is being done properly, and there is no concern up to the point that this happened.
Villanueva not disclosing what may have prompted Reynosa to stage the fake attack. President Trump's tweets about Puerto Rico ahead of Hurricane Dorian, prompting angry response from Democratic presidential candidates like California Senator Kamala Harris.
I don't know. It's just something missing. He lacks the ability to have empathy or sympathy or concern. What is wrong with this person?
President tweeting out about the amount of money previously spent on hurricane damage in Puerto Rico, calling the island's politicians corrupt and saying he's the best thing ever to happen to Puerto Rico. Jeff Scott, California News.
World in California News headlines brought to you this morning by Lock Air Conditioning. Are you keeping cool? Is your air conditioner working correctly? Well, if not, call Lock Air Conditioning for repairs or replacement. Lock Air Conditioning. They're the experts on year-round comfort.
With pro baseball exiting the dog days of summer, up next, the excitement of the playoffs. We're talking Little League World Series in today's Geico Sports Now. It's this week's Geico Sports Now. Sports Now here. While the pros are playing for the $1 million paycheck, the kids are simply playing for the love of the game. This year's 73rd edition ran for just under 2 weeks, featuring 8 teams from the U.S. and 8 teams from around the world. So hats off to this year's winner.
Great news! There's a quick way you could save money. Switch to Geico. Go to geico.com, and in 15 minutes, you could save 15% or more on car insurance.
Prescription pain meds are great for treating certain kinds of pain, but they also carry the risks of overdose and addiction. Your pain is real, but so are the risks. For more information, call 800-662-4357. That's 800-662-4357. Or go to therisksArereal.cdph.ca.gov. That's therisksArereal.cdph.ca.gov.
It's page one of the local news. Page one of service of Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers. 2 locations in the valley. On Imperial Avenue next to Food for Less in El Centro. And you'll find them in the Brawley Auto Center, Highway 86 and Julia Drive in Brawley.
Taking a look at the latest in the local news for a Thursday morning, a 3rd bank robbery suspect enters a plea. George Gale filed this story.
22-year-old Aldo de Jesus Gomez entered a guilty plea Tuesday. Gomez became the last of the 3 roommates plead guilty to bank robbery and related charges. Gomez admitted that in one case, the trio staged a robbery at a San Diego bank where one of the roommates worked as a teller. Gomez entered his plea in federal court to charges of bank robbery and entering a bank to commit larceny. The roommates, 22-year-old Joe Anthony Mades and 21-year-old Jesus Ramon Garcia Lopez, had already entered guilty pleas to their charges. The 3 were accused of robbing 2 banks in San Diego County and the Chase Bank in El Centro. Gomez and Mades are from San Diego. Garcia is from Yuma. Gomez will be sentenced on November 19th. The other 2 accomplices have already received their sentences. For KXO Local News, I'm George Gale.
Well, the first half of the 2019 dove season begins on Sunday. September 1st is the traditional opening day for the game bird season. This year, the state of California has made some changes hunters need to be aware of. First, only steel shot is allowed. Lead shot pellets are illegal in the state. Also, to buy ammunition now, you must go through a background check before you can take the ammo home. Hunting may commence 1 half hour before sunrise and ends at sunset. Daily bag limit in California is 15 in possession, with up to 10 white-winged doves permitted. You may possess up to 3 times the daily limit. Eurasian and collared doves may be hunted year-round, and then there is no limit on this species. However, hunters are reminded that permission is needed to hunt on private lands, and that they are required to clean up their shells and their trash. KXO News Time, 7:43.
It's Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers with 2 locations in the valley. On Imperial Avenue next to Food for Less in El Centro, and in the Brawley Auto Plaza, Highway 86 and Julia Drive. Quick Lane services all makes and all models, and you never need an appointment. They're open Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. till 6 p.m., Saturdays 8 a.m. till 5 p.m. And Quick Lane has the best prices on name brand tires, guaranteed. Just ask your Quick Lane advisor for details. Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers in Brawley and El Centro.
Well, the homeless situation in El Centro was of lots of conversation earlier this week. Here's more on that story.
It was discussed at a special meeting this week. Downtown El Centro merchants met with El Centro police and a city council member to discuss the issue. Merchants complaints ranged from criminal burglaries, vandalism, drugs, and the town square being taken over by the homeless. The police said they were working on programs to develop programs to deal with the homeless situation. Spread the Love charity said they were providing bus tickets to get the homeless reunited with their families. Councilman Jason Jackson said the city was developing a task force to come up with solutions for the problems. Several merchants volunteered to serve on the task force. Information on the task force is available at the city's website. For KXO Local News, I'm George Gale.
A Yuma man and woman died when their motorcycle was struck by a car. According to Yuma County Sheriff's Office, the T-125 motorcycle was eastbound on County 17th Street with no lights shortly after 8 p.m. Tuesday. Upon entering the intersection with Highway 95, the motorcycle was struck by a car that was northbound on Highway 95. The driver and a passenger on the motorcycle were thrown from the bike on impact. The driver landed on the roadway and was subsequently run over by another car. The driver was taken to Yuma Regional Medical Center where he succumbed to his injuries. The woman passenger was pronounced deceased at the scene. The accident remains under investigation. That will conclude this edition of Local News. Stay with us for Page 2.
Page 1 of the Local News, a service of Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers in the Brawley Auto Center, Highway 86 and Julia Drive, and on Imperial Avenue next to Food for Less in El Centro. Quick Lane, they service all makes and all models, and you never need an appointment.
You are a farmer, and you give the land purpose. You manage it, protect it, make it productive. You help feed the world. We are Corteva AgriScience. Like you, our sole focus is agriculture, offering advancements in seed, crop protection, and digital agriculture. Together, we can show this world what we can make of it. Learn more at Corteva.us.
Page 2 of the Local News and weather brought to you this morning by David H. West Insurance Services. See David or Jose for life and health insurance needs or retirement planning.
Continuing with more local news, Congressman is coming to the Imperial Valley. Here's more on that story.
Congressman Juan Vargas will be in El Centro today. Vargas will be at the Clínicas de Salud del Pueblo at 10:30 this morning. He will announce the introduction of the Asthma Care and Prevention in Rural Communities Act. Legislation will create a funding program to address the burden of high rates of child asthma in rural and underserved communities. Vargas will deliver his comments in the boardroom on the second floor of the Clínicas de Salud, 842 East Dannenberg Drive in El Centro. Congressman will be joined by local health care stakeholders and Clínicas de Salud del Pueblo Board Chairman Rusty Garcia. For KXO Local News, I'm George Gale.
U.S. Border Patrol agents discovered 146 pounds of methamphetamine in two separate instances on Tuesday. At about 11:26 a.m. Tuesday, a Cadillac approached the Highway 86 immigration checkpoint near Salton City. Border Patrol K-9 team alerted to the vehicle, and the driver was referred to secondary inspection, where agents discovered 44 packages concealed in the gas tank and another 15 packages in the rear doors. The packages contained meth, a total of over 71 pounds with a street value estimated at $179,000. The driver, a 28-year-old woman, a Mexican citizen, was turned over to the DEA. At about 3:36 p.m. Tuesday afternoon, a car was referred to secondary inspection. A K-9 team alerted to the car, and a search found 34 packages concealed in the vehicle's gas tank, and 11 more packages were located in an aftermarket compartment in the floorboards. The packages contain nearly 75.5 pounds of meth with a street value of over $188,000. The driver, an 18-year-old lawful permitted resident, was turned over to the DEA for further investigation. Well, Governor Gavin Newsom touring the state of California. Here's more on that story.
He is visiting community colleges in select locations. Governor is touting his program of 2 years of tuition-free community college to eligible students. It's being offered basically to first-time community college students. The program was in the new state budget approved this summer. Budget also includes $9 million for college students who are homeless or experiencing housing insecurity, $5 million to support veteran resource centers at community colleges, and a one-time increase of $4.75 million to support workforce development programs at some community colleges. For KXO Local News, I'm George Gale.
We'll be back with a look at the weather.
As with most things in life, the key to achieving your long-term objectives is planning. David H. West Insurance has been helping many residents in Imperial Valley for many years with their insurance needs, from life to Medicare and financial planning too. David, Jose, and staff are ready to help you with your insurance needs. Call David H. West Insurance today for an appointment at 760-352-3411. That's 352-3411, or stop by 8th and Commercial in El Centro.
Here's Carol Buckley with the weather update.
The National Weather Service says an overturned atmosphere will all but end any chances for thunderstorms across the Imperial and Yuma valleys this weekend. Temperatures will be a bit cooler today, closer to seasonal normal values. However, another period of excessive heat is expected Friday and Saturday in the Imperial, Yuma, and Mexicali valleys, with highs at or above 110 degrees. Storm chances will remain over the desert areas Sunday into Monday before the weather begins to improve. 109 the high yesterday, 84 the low. Sunny today with a high near 109. Light winds becoming east-northeast about 5 miles an hour this afternoon. Clear tonight with a low around 84. South wind 5 to 10 miles an hour. Friday, sunny and hot with a high near 113. Light winds. Saturday, sunny and hot with a high near 112. Light wind. Sunday, it'll be sunny with a high near 108. Southeast winds 5 to 10 miles an hour. A 20% chance of showers and thunderstorms after 11 a.m. Sunday. 88 degrees, Santan, 65% relative humidity. Wind out of the south at 325 miles per hour. Page 2 of the local news, a service of David H. West Insurance Services. See David or Jose for your health insurance plans and Medicare supplemental coverage. They have answers to your questions. David H. West Insurance Services.
Dad, they're hungry.
Siri, restaurants nearby.
Here are some options. I want some chipotle fries.
And I want an Imperial Big Burger.
But I want a salad.
Okay, I just want a juicy burger and an ice cold beer. And I don't want to miss the game.
Everyone quiet, please. I have the place. Burgers and beer. Great food. Ice cold beer, and you can watch your favorite game.
Burgers and Beer has something delicious for everyone. Burgers and Beer. The best burgers in town.
You're welcome.
It's sports time. Sports time brought to you by the Imperial Hardware Company in Brawley, El Centro, and Holtville. That's where you'll find Imperial's Do-It Centers, and that's where you'll find what you need when you need it. Major League Baseball action yesterday. Brewers beat the Cardinals 4-1. Yankees, they beat the Mariners again 7-3. Phillies pounded the Pirates 12-3. Nationals topped the Orioles 8-4. Braves beat the Blue Jays 9-4. Cubs clubbed the Mets 10-7. Indians over the Tigers 4-2. Reds shut out the Marlins 5-0. Twins topped the White Sox 8-2. Astros beat the Rays 8-6. Royals rolled. They beat the Athletics 6-4. Red Sox topped the Rockies 7-4. It was the Rangers shutting out the Angels 3-0. And the Dodgers went 10 innings before they beat the Padres 6-4.
Valley summers are hot. But the deals are always cool at Imperial Hardware Company. Visit one of our Do-It Centers today to experience the difference superior customer service can make. You'll also find great prices and selection on all of your special seasonal needs. We stock a wide variety of fans, AC filters, pool supplies, awnings, coolers, irrigation and plumbing hardware, and so much more. You see, we know exactly what Valley residents are looking for because we're locally owned and family operated, serving this community for over a century. Our Do-It Centers provide the sweet spot between convenience and selection, combining the value and variety of a warehouse store with the ease of visiting a neighborhood market. And remember, we are open 7 days a week. Visit us in Brawley, El Centro, or Holtville to find what you need when you need it. Get it done with a little help from Imperial Hardware Company.
NFL football continues tonight on FM 107.5. It's the Oakland Raiders, Seattle Seahawks. Our pregame starts at 6:30 this evening on FM 107.5. Meanwhile, the New England Patriots acquired offensive lineman Jermaine Eluemunor from Baltimore for an undisclosed draft pick. And Cardinals offensive tackle Corey Cunningham announced in a now-deleted Instagram post that he was also traded to the Patriots. Let's see how that one works out. And the Titans have given up a 7th-round draft pick for a former undrafted free agent. Yes, they're going to pick up the Packers' Reggie Gilbert for depth at the outside linebacker position. Don't forget Raiders and the Seahawks, 6:30 pregame tonight on FM 107.5. Sports Time brought to you by the Imperial Hardware Company Do-It Centers in El Centro, Holtville, and Brawley. Get it done with a little help from the Imperial Hardware Company. Coming up, we've got to look at financial news. We do. And we'll let you know what to expect in the weather. It's high school football on AM 1230 KXO. Every Friday night, we've got exciting Imperial Valley High School football. Our pregame show starts at 6:45. Kickoff at 7. High school football live on AM 1230 and on the World Wide Web at KXORadio.com.
High school football brought to you by the original Town Pup in Westmorland and Brownie's Diner in Brawley.
It's sports time. No, we're done with sports time. Let's check in and see what's happening on Wall Street. Financial news and a brief look at the weather. Brought to you this morning by Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District, an affiliate of the Scripps Health Network, working together to provide you the best care. U.S. stocks up 220 points on early trading. It's sitting at 26,253. The S&P 500 up 25 at 2,913. The NASDAQ is at 7,949. That's up 92 points. Meanwhile, gold up 40 cents an ounce and oil up 39 cents a barrel. Stocks building on yesterday's rebound when the Dow rose 258 points. With 2 sessions left in August, the Dow and S&P 500 were both down 3.1% for the month to date through yesterday. So what's driving the market? A spokesman for China's Commerce Ministry was quoted in news reports as saying the country wouldn't immediately respond to the latest round of tariff increases announced by President Donald Trump last week.
One medical center in Imperial County is focused on you, Pioneers Memorial. Now, Pioneers and its Center for Joint Replacement is the first to receive the prestigious national designation as a Center for Excellence by the DNV organization. The Center for Joint Replacement at Pioneers is a team of specialized medical experts focusing on the individual needs of our patients. And as always, Pioneers means personalized care, where every patient receives the commitment of many with the focus on one, you.
It will be sunny today with a high near 109, light wind. Clear tonight with a low around 84, south wind 5 to 10 miles an hour. Friday, sunny and hot with a high near 113, light wind. Right now, downtown, we have 89 degrees, 62% relative humidity, wind out of the south at 325 miles an hour. Financial news and the weather brought to you by Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District, the leading medical center in the Imperial Valley. At Pioneers, it's the commitment of many with a focus on one, you. KXO, El Centro, California. CBS News next, brought to you by Robinson Ford in Calexico, celebrating 50 years in business.
Is CBS News on the Hour, presented by Capital One Bank.
I'm Steve Kathan. The Justice Department's Inspector General says former FBI Director James Comey violated policy in handling of memos about conversations with President Trump. CBS's Paula Reed.
It found that the former FBI director did not mishandle classified information when he shared memos detailing conversations he had with President Trump. But it did find that he violated policy. Now, because they have no prosecutorial power, the Office of Inspector General, they then pass off whatever they find to the Attorney General's office. And right now, the Justice Department has said that it's not going to prosecute Comey over this.
A lot of Floridians are deciding whether to stay or go as Hurricane Dorian heads that way.
You never know. You have no idea what you're going to get through.
The storm is picking up strength as it heads out over open water. WCBS TV forecaster Lonnie Quinn expects landfall sometime late Sunday.
The cone stretches from Savannah, Georgia, all the way down to the southern portion of Florida. Anywhere within that area is the possibility for a landfall. So we got to keep our eyes on this one.
FEMA Administrator Peter Gaynor says his people are ready.
Our team is on the ground in Florida and around Florida, making sure that the governor and local officials have everything they need to prepare for a landfall of Dorian.
The government's easing restrictions on a gas that's been linked to climate change. CBS's Bill Rakoff.
Oil and gas companies would face looser controls on emissions of potent climate-changing methane gas under the proposal, according to oil industry and environmental groups. The government's plan would ease requirements on oil and gas sites to monitor for methane leaks and plug them. The EPA's move, the latest in a series by the administration, easing Obama-era emissions controls.
New health warnings this morning from the Surgeon General.
No young person should be vaping. No young person should be using marijuana. The risks that we know of for both of those products are too high, and there are many risks that we don't know about, which is yet another harm of these products.
Well, Jerome Adams says when it comes to marijuana, the substance can affect a developing brain, and it's stronger than it used to be. This ain't your mother's marijuana, he says. Major step by Apple today. It's giving independent shops the parts and know-how to repair iPhones. Our tech analyst is Larry Magid.
There are many independent businesses that repair Apple products all over the world, sometimes using gray market parts not purchased from Apple. This brings them into the fold, allowing them to use genuine Apple parts and giving them access to Apple training.
And the move comes after legal pressure from several states. Wall Street right now, the Dow is up 233 points. The Nasdaq's up 98, and the S&P 500 is up 28 points. This is CBS News.
Capital One is reimagining banking, offering accounts with no fees or minimums that can be opened in 5 minutes. Capital One. What's in your wallet? Capital One N.A. Member FDIC.
School's almost in. Shop smart when you make Burlington stores your back-to-school headquarters. From shoes to backpacks to lunch bags, Burlington is packed with the very best to send them back to class in style. Score the latest tees, jeans, and activewear, plus all the basics like socks and underwear, too. The brand names you love at up to 60% off other retailers' prices every day. Breathe easy. You're ready for the school year. Burlington. Style for everyone.
Mom, can we get White Castle sliders?
Great idea, Ben. Let's see where they are.
Attention, Ben. Tell your mom she can find White Castle sliders in the freezer aisle. They're made with 100% beef patties on a bed of steamed grilled onions with the same one-of-a-kind taste you can find in Castle.
Oh, she's smart. Hey, intercom lady, any advice for her first day of school?
Ben, she's not gonna...
Try a new hairstyle. Ooh, maybe a mullet.
A mullet? Cool.
You are not getting a mullet.
White Castle. Find the slider variety you crave in your nearest freezer aisle.
Reports say a second death at a VA hospital in Clarksburg, West Virginia, has been ruled a homicide. In the initial case, the man had been given an insulin injection and didn't have diabetes. Red light means stop, but on the road, it doesn't always work out that way, and the results can be deadly.
The number of people killed by drivers running red lights is at a 10-year high.
Sometimes they do it by accident. Other times, they purposefully try to get through that red light.
AAA spokesman Doug Shoup says multiple factors seem to be involved.
Drivers are distracted, they're impatient, and they're reckless, and they're making the decision to run a red light instead of safely stopping.
And with millions expected to take to the nation's roads this Labor Day weekend, it's a timely reminder to take care. Vicki Barker, CBS News.
The government says the economy grew at a 2% rate in the second quarter. That's a bit lower than the initial estimate. Steve Kathan, CBS News.
Brought to you by Attorney Tax.
If you're in trouble with the IRS and owe at least $10,000 in back taxes, listen to this important public announcement. The IRS is now offering a special program called the Fresh Start Initiative, which can offer significantly reduced settlements that can reduce your liability by thousands of dollars. These unique programs have been allocated to help the economy and substantially reduce or eliminate your tax burden. If you're approved and qualified, the IRS will stop the collections against you. Don't feel overwhelmed. Please call the Consumer Hotline to see if you qualify. 800-333-9896. Stop the wage garnishments, levies, and tax liens now. If you owe more than $10,000 to the IRS, you may qualify for substantial relief and even forgiveness. See if you qualify and get the help you need by calling the Consumer Hotline. 800-333-9896. 800-333-9896. 800-333-9896.
Robinson Ford's Labor Day Sell-a-thon is going on now. It's Ford Factory cash back up to $10,000. Use it to pay bills, go on vacation, or use it any way you like. It's your money. Interest rates as low as 0% for 72 months and no payments until November. Get a great deal on this 2019 Ford Fusion with $4,000 total cash back. Or this 2019 Ford Escape with an amazing $4,415 total cash back. Wait no more and visit Robinson Ford in Calexico. Remember, if your license plate frame doesn't say Robinson Ford, you probably paid too much.
These vehicles mentioned: a 2019 Ford Fusion SE VIN number 16294 and a 2019 Ford Escape VIN number 47454. See dealer for full details.
CBS News brought to you by Robinson Ford in Calexico. Drive